What up, big gang? Today we are getting in a good cardio-based booty workout. So the bands are really important for this workout. You can find them on my website, navefitnessuniversity.com. I like using this band because it gives me a lot of resistance, not only on the contraction, but also the negative resistance on the release. Anytime you want to focus on the glutes, you want to do hip dominant workouts versus quad dominant workouts. Quad dominant workouts like squats are going to, of course, focus on the quads. Hip dominant workouts are going to put more of the emphasis in your glutes. Hip dominant workouts require extension and flexion in the hip joint. These include single leg deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts, pull-throughs, and glute bridges. Anytime anyone ever asks me my favorite exercise, I always say it's a deadlift or a bridge because any hip dominant workout is going to focus on your glute. You will also notice during this workout, I do a lot of lateral leg movements like this curtsy and lateral kick because that's going to put more emphasis on the side glute, gluteus medius, which makes your booty more round. The best part about bands is that the exercises can be done at home. So if you do not have dumbbells or a barbell, you're able to get the resistance that you need to help with your glute growth. There are different types of bands with varying resistance. There are rubber bands, the ones without the fabric covering them. I prefer the ones with the fabric covering them because they have a grip in the inside that keeps them from riding up and down your leg while you're working out. If you have thicker thighs, this can become a problem when you're using the rubber bands. I find, and a lot of my friends find, that when you have just the rubber bands, they slide up and down, which is going to change where the resistance is being placed in your workout, and it's kind of annoying. Here is one of those rubber bands. I'm doing an adductor on the pole instead of going over to the adductor machine. And I end the workout with an isolation glute movement, the donkey kick. I place part of the band under my knee to keep it in place while I execute the movement. Now on to workout number 2. I'm going to do a similar movement. This is also a donkey kick, but instead I'm doing it on the Smith machine. I'm using this angle so that I can hit a little bit of a different part of the leg, which I like to do. Switching up angles is always good. Next, I'm going to go into a single leg kneeling squat. Now, doing exercises unilateral are really helpful to correct imbalances. If you have one butt cheek bigger than the other butt cheek, then this is going to be a good thing to do because it's going to help to even out your muscle. Here I'm using my belt from Pro Hops. Now this equipment has different attachments for different levels of resistance, but I'm just using the belt to attach to the cable tower. The great thing about using the cable tower is that you get resistance on the extension and the flexion, which means you don't have to go crazy heavy because you're definitely going to get the resistance. The key to training glutes is mind-muscle connection because it is one of the hardest muscles to train. Focus on your glute contraction without trying to put your quads, hamstrings, or back into the movement. Last but not least, we have another booty workout. Now, here I'm doing the pull-through movement I told you about earlier, which is a hip-dominant movement, which is going to focus, again, on the booty. Here I'm using the Pro Hops belt again, and I'm on an elevation so that I can get a great range of motion. I like doing this because you can get really deep. That's why I'm on an elevation, and I'm pulling from the hips, so I get a really good contraction in my glutes. I like to train my glutes completely, so anytime I do a hip dominant movement, I also throw in lateral movements like this lateral box lunge, and that's going to again put emphasis on the side glute. Be sure to do your movement slow and controlled. Sit completely down on the box or the bench, and then return to standing. And here I'm doing a single leg box squat. Once again, unilateral movements help to correct imbalances. So if you have one quad bigger than the other, this might be for you. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Love you guys.